Welcome back to my channel, my beautiful ladies. In this video we're going to make a super hair growth oil, and these are the organic ingredients that we're going to use. Remember, whatever you put on your skin and on your scalp sips directly into your bloodstream. So we've got the olive oil, moringa powder, and essential oil, which is lemongrass. We got cloves, and we've got fenugreek. So I'm going to go over the benefits of these ingredients one by one, so that we know exactly why we're using it for this hair growth oil. So if you want your hair to start growing at an alarming rate, stay tuned and let's do this together. So the first major ingredients that we're going to look at for this hot oil treatment, it can be a hot oil treatment, that's how I normally use it, is the olive oil. And here are the properties of olive oil. So olive oil is an emollient, and an emollient has a lubricating property that helps moisturize and soften the hair. Olive oil for hair has been used for years and for centuries, and it's known to give shine and elasticity to our hair because of the presence of the palmitic acid and squalene, as well as oleic acid. In this super hair growth hot oil treatment, I use the virgin unrefined olive oil because it has these benefits for our hair. So 1, olive oil for super hair growth, olive oil to prevent hair loss, olive oil to treat split ends, olive oil to treat fungal infections, olive oil for dandruff treatment, olive oil to treat oily scalp, olive oil for manageability, olive oil for strengthening the hair. Olive oil will also improve blood circulation to the scalp. Olive oil as a conditioner. So this is the reason why I use the olive oil for this hair, hot oil treatment. I actually infused the olive oil with some rosemary leaves to make it even more potent. So that's what you see in the oil. So our second amazing ingredient for this hot oil treatment is the cloves. So this hot and spicy, I'll say that it's a clove bud. It's known to possess excellent amounts of antioxidants, as well as is a rich source of calcium, iron, sodium, phosphorus, potassium, vitamin A and C from research. So thanks to this benefit, because of this benefits, it's got a potent antibacterial, antifungal, antiviral, antiseptic, and it's got a calmative effects for infections, and hence a very stimulating property, and that's why I add it to this mix. So to recap, I'd say that the cloves in the oil will, number 1, stimulate the hair growth, it will eliminate dandruff, and it will prevent premature graying of the hair, as well as reduce any hair fall, and it will add shine and enrich the scalp of your hair. So these are the reasons why I chose the cloves to be a part of this treatment. I mean, I always eat cloves as well. Its benefits are amazing, okay? So here we go. We're going to go directly into the next ingredient, but I just want you to understand the reason why cloves are very beneficial, especially for anybody who is any hair problems. Our next super amazing ingredients for this hot oil treatment is called the fenugreek. I know that most people probably haven't seen it, or for those people who are into research, you probably have seen it. So fenugreek seeds are used as a secret ingredient in the manufacture of various herbal care products. hair care products like oils and serums and shampoos. I mean, the very high-end ones always use this secret ingredient in their formulations. So we're going to add it to our hair oil. Number one, because it's really packed with minerals. I tell you, it's a powerhouse. The Asians call it methi. That's methi, methi, and they use it a lot in their hair care. And that's why we always think that, oh, the Indians, the Asians have nice hair, because this is one of the secret ingredients that they use in their hair care. So obviously, because we're trying to grow our natural hair, then we obviously want to find the natural things that will benefit our natural hair so that it will go to lengths. Because of its chemical composition, these are the benefits of fenugreek for our hair. So number one, for rapid hair growth, for strengthening the hair strands, for making your hair shiny and soft. It's also a very good conditioner for controlling hair loss, for removing excess hair oil, and for scalp problems, as well as it helps with the removal of dandruff, and it prevents split ends. And these are the things that we're always looking for, especially when you're trying to grow your natural hair. Our next, I call it the super duper powder. Yeah, this moringa powder is packed with, oh my goodness, I mean, all these ingredients that we're using are really packed with minerals. They're rich in minerals, okay? So the moringa leaf powder is beneficial for hair because number one, it contains a rich set of B vitamins. And trust me, your hair, B vitamins is so it has vitamins like thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, biotin. I know a lot of people are adding a lot of biotin to their hair treatments and taking it in. But this moringa powder has the biotin, it has folic acid, it has pantothenic acid. All of these are very beneficial for our hair. When it comes to the dynamics of having a strong, resilient and hair that grows, these are the things that we need to be looking into, okay? So it's also rich in plant protein, sulfur. Your hair is made of sulfur, but you do not need sulfates to wash it. So sulfur makes your hair strong, and amino acids which boost keratin and optimize hair growth. Moringa powder is a powerhouse. I mean, when you begin to add it to your meals, it will begin to stimulate the hair growth from within you. But in this case, we are adding it to the hair oil. So you're going to see the preparation method. But people, these things are things that we need to start incorporating into our hair regime. I want to talk a little bit more about the benefits of this powder, because if I don't do justice to it, it will not be fair. So the iron levels in moringa brings oxygen to the roots of the hair, and most people at the moment are iron deficient. So normally I tell my clients, start using moringa if your iron levels are low. So once the iron levels begin to go back to normal, your hair will begin to grow faster as well. So again, it's got high levels of zinc, which stimulates hair growth. Zinc is probably one of the biggest players when it comes to hair growth. The essential amino acids in moringa powder build healthy hair strands, and it's got the vitamins C and E as well. And so this is a potent ingredient to add to our mix. Ladies, last but not the least is an essential oil, and my go-to choice is always the lemongrass essential oil. So lemongrass essential oil acts as a good stimulant. You want anything that will stimulate the hair follicles. So massaging lemongrass in a carrier oil like the olive oil helps to open up the hair follicles, and it helps to promote blood circulation. Most of the things that we go through with our hair is a blood circulation problem. So this goes in and it stimulates, and so it also helps to remove any form of dirt and grime from the scalp, and it opens up the pores and encourages more hair growth. I normally use it in a lot of my mixes because I think it has a very pleasant smell. Again, you can actually also use peppermint essential oil if you do have it. So I take a glass jar, and the first ingredient that I put in is the moringa powder. You can see at the base of the jar, and then I go in with my fenugreek, followed by the cloves. So the cloves are the ones that are actually floating on top, and then I pour in my olive oil to the high. So depending on the size of the jar that you're using, you want to add the olive oil is the one that you add the most of. And then the next thing that we're going to do is that we're going to do a double boil. So you're going to take a pan, add some water, and then you're going to put the jar in it, and you want to lightly and slowly boil this, because you do not want the properties of the olive oil to this, because when olive oil is exposed to extremely high temperatures, it will lose out on all the properties that we discussed. So you want to boil it with very low temperatures, and it's just to enable the ingredients to go into the oil. Again, ideally it should be left on a windowsill, but obviously because we want it a little bit quicker, that's why I'm double boiling it in this. If you have the sun, you're in a country that has a lot of sun, then ideally leave it outside and let the sun do justice to this, so you can be shaking it to infuse all the properties of these ingredients that we talked about. But if not, do it like the way I'm doing it, but it needs to be under very low temperature. Other than that, the properties of the olive oil that we discussed will be gone, and your hair will not benefit from it. So once it's done, I'm just going to pour it into my beaker, and then I'm going to dispense it into smaller bottles. Again, in here you can see me use a dark bottle. It's only because I want to preserve the properties. So if it's in a lighter bottle, it will lose out on some of the properties as the days go by. But in this glass bottle, all the nutrients and all the properties that we discussed will be retained. So I'm pouring it now into the beaker so that I'm able to dispense it, and I'm just going to pour it all into the small bottles. It smells really nice, especially because of the lemongrass. Again, you can use peppermint. So here you can see me now adding the essential oil. So you do not add the essential oil when you're double boiling, because it will lose out on the properties. So you add it only, you can, for this 100 ml that I made, you could just add about 50 drops or less, maybe between 20 to 50 drops of the essential oil. It depends on how strong you want it, and that will make your let's say that will make your hot oil smell really nice. So I'm pouring it. Ideally I should have used the funnel to make it easy to pour, but then again, I poured it this way. So you see me pouring them in the black bottles. These are amber bottles to preserve the properties. So you can see that the color of the olive oil has changed because it's absorbed all the properties from the ingredients. And voila, your hot oil treatment, your super hair growth hot oil treatment is ready. It's ready for application. So this is very good as a steam. So you'd put it in your hair, a few drops, massage it deeply into the scalp. You saw that all the ingredients are organic, and then you cover your hair with a shower cap, and voila, stay for at least an hour. Let all the properties sip into your scalp and begin to cause that hair growth that you're looking for. Again, you can, sometimes I just put it in my hair without it being steamed as well. So you can just add it as some kind of oil on your edges as well, and it's all just amazing. Enjoy this oil, make it yourself. You can do this. God bless you, and as always, stay tuned in for more amazing recipes. Let's take our hair to the next level. Embrace your natural hair. God bless you.